trees. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another great episode of the Mark and Will Show. And of course, you have your favorite two hosts of the most, Mark and Will. What's up, my brother?
What's going on? Woo. Boogeyman! Boogeyman is in the house. For sure. How's everybody doing?
Absolutely great. Absolutely great.
Yes, great. You know how that goes. It's Wednesday, hump day. So, for the people who get ready to join us or whatever, hey, we have the coach, Jtown coach Ellison. He's going to be joining us a little later on in the show, but we're going to go ahead and get things cracking.
Absolutely.
Big time like we always do.
Yes, sir.
But yesterday, while we was doing the show, we had the regionals.
Yes.
St. X.
Yes.
And St. X ended up winning the regional. Mel came in second, so pretty much almost everybody gets advanced to the big show next week.
The big dog.
Right. So, you know me. See what I'm sporting today. So, something about that Mel 4x100 team. They be getting it, y'all. So, let me show y'all what I'm talking about.
Clip.
So cannot wait for that one big time. Yes, sir. Hey, this Friday, FNC, check it out.
Yes, sir.
Please every day, it's a shame because every day it seems like it's more topics to talk about. And it's not a good thing.
No, exactly. Absolutely.
I'd rather ask you guys being Mark,
right.
Sierra, Dion, Shan, Bump. Hey, what's going on? But this right here, it just falls in our lap, and these are the kind of stuff we do not want to fall in our lap.
Exactly. Absolutely. I agree.
And every day is something else,
mm-hmm.
and it's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame. So definitely check it out, 8 o'clock. Plenty to talk about, big time on that one. Please do, without a doubt.
Right.
Let's see here.
Absolutely right about that one. Yes. Mark and Will Show Gaming. We'll have one for you tomorrow. Absolutely, we'll have one for you tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what I'm playing, but it will most definitely won't be Fortnite. But we'll have something playing tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you. And tune in this weekend because I'm coming back to back with bangers all weekend. This is a holiday weekend. Why not?
Right.
And make sure to subscribe to the Mark and Will Show Gaming channel. Please subscribe.
So, it's on YouTube. So, just type in Mark and the symbol and Will Gaming, and it's going to get you there, and you'll see. So already some games posted up. Go ahead and follow that channel. You're going to it's Mark gets kind of loose, so, get ready on that one. Get ready. Big time. It's going to be fun, though. Make sure y'all do that. Check that out. Big time. All right, man. Let's go and hit them with the MLB.
Baseball, I'm going to hit you with the scores from Tuesday, May 24th. The Rockies beat Pittsburgh 2-1. Dodgers beat Washington 9-4. Atlanta beat Philly 6-5.
Oh, Lord.
Right.
Oh, my God.
You got it. You got it, bro.
I'm getting it. I haven't used it a lot on them, but I'm going to find it, man. There we go.
The Cubs beat the Reds 11-4. Tampa Bay beat the Marlins 4-0. Yankees beat Baltimore 7-6. Twins beat Detroit 2-0. Blue Jays beat the Cardinals 8-1. Red Sox beat the White Sox 16-3. Houston beat the Guardians 7-3. Angels beat Texas 5-3. Diamondbacks beat KC 8-6. Milwaukee beat Padres 4-1. A's beat Seattle 7-5. Oh, Giants and Mets. Giants beat them 13-12. Damn, that was just like a hell of a everything yesterday. Now, it's plenty back-to-backs like we always talk about. You got the A's and Phillies is on right now, 1-1. The Reds is up on the Cubs, 4-2. Marlins is down to the Rays, 5-3. Baltimore and Yankees, 0-0. Red Sox and White Sox, 0-0. And the games that already didn't happen. Pittsburgh and Rockies. Pittsburgh won 10-5. Nationals beat Dodgers 1-0. Oh, hell of a defensive game. Detroit beat Twins 4-2. Giants beat Mets 9-3. Brewers beat Padres 2-1. A's beat Seattle 4-2. Then you got the nice games. Guardians in Houston and Texas and Angels.
Hey, and University of Louisville lost in their pool action today, the first. So basically, they're done in the ACC tournament. So the next game don't mean anything. They're gonna basically get selected, a top 10 team in the country.
Right.
Kentucky ended up beating I forgot who they beat. Maybe Auburn, and they actually helped Louisville.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Auburn and Louisville was like that. So way to go, Kentucky. And let's see. I want to do something different. Normally I do the standings with, the people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing the standings, but we're going to do the standings of the horrible team, the weak team, the garbage teams.
Oh, Lord.
That's how we're going to do this one. Okay. So in the American League East, coming up last is the Orioles, 18-26, 12.5 game out of first place. In the Central, you got the Kansas City Royals, 14-28, ought to be ashamed of themselves, 12 games behind the Twins. In the West, you have the Mariners, 18-27, 10.5 games behind Astros. National League East, you got the Nationals, 15-30, 13.5 game behind the Mets. In the Central, you got the Reds, 12-30, 15 games behind the Brewers. In the West, you got the Colorado Rockies. If they was in somebody else's league division, they'd probably be in second place. They're 20-23, 9 games behind the Dodgers. And absolutely the biggest prize goes to, as we all know, Cincinnati.
Yep.
The worst record in baseball. Absolutely worse. Absolutely worse. Need to stop it. Big time. Before we slide on down, I do want to say a couple of things real quick. Household stuff. I know y'all see these. The nice Mark and Will cups. Another banger.
Yep.
Big time. And no, you cannot get them anywhere. No. You cannot order these. You cannot buy these unless I feel like it. So, if you're special, you know it, clap your hand. You're going to get one. If not, you have to become special. That means we give it to our supporters and stuff like that. So continue to support us and all that. You get nice little trinkets. So thank you guys on that one. And yesterday's show was a banger.
Absolutely.
Cameron Poole.
Yes.
She rocked it.
Yes.
Whitfield, basketball player. Also played for Kentucky Ice AAU. If you didn't watch that yesterday, you got to watch that one after you watch this one. So
right.
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
All right. Some fun.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me get it right. Cause let me preview this one first. Let me go ahead and preview
tonight's game.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Boston and Heat back in Miami, 2-2. Series is tied. What is Miami gonna do tonight? Are they gonna show up? Is Boston not gonna play defense tonight? I mean, like, what are we gonna get tonight? You know what I'm saying?
Because those are the exact same thing you could ask Boston. Are y'all just happy because you got 2-2?
Right.
What are y'all gonna do? I see what Marcus Smart is iffy.
Exactly.
You know,
yep.
This is the man. This series is all about getting beat up.
Yeah.
Not playing well, none of that kind of stuff like that.
Right.
So, what is the keys to you? What do you think, man? Okay, let's do it this way. What is the key for the Celtics to win this game?
Do exactly what they did last game. The exact same thing they did. Play defense. Don't turn the ball over. Make your shots. You do that, they beat them. Because we all know that Miami's really that team that really get the momentum and everything off of turnovers and stuff like that. They're not that type of team that you really scared of. Miami's not a team that you fear in the East. And then once, like we talk about all the time, they're in the East. Put them in the West, God, they get destroyed. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, Boston just need a defense. I feel like if they lock down on defense, make the shots they're supposed to hit, they'll run away with this series. Yeah. But with Miami, Jimmy Butler, he got to turn the table. Right. You can't have that game that you had last time. I mean, you their general. When the general ain't looking good, it look like the whole team ain't looking good. True. You know what I'm saying? So Jimmy Butler got to get going for Miami.
Right. To me, I think with the Celtics, the role players is going to have to be big
time.
Because you already know what Tatum is capable of doing, and Brown.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and the role players, Horford, I don't care if you get a double-double, you a role player still. You know, you need to go ahead. Grant Williams, Pritchard has to step up. He cannot get 3 points, and just be there. You know, those role players, they got to step up. Derek White, you don't have to get 15, 20 like that, but you got to be a stat stuffer. You got to be like 8 points, 8 boards, 6 boards, 5 assists, play defense. Like you said, that's his calling card. That was one of the reasons why they wanted him for San Antonio, because he knows the defense.
Yeah.
That means you want to run. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They know what he wants to run, so that was a perfect thing. And he's done filled in quite well. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you got to do that. So those role players got to be big. And for Miami, Jimmy Buckets, I never do expect you to get 40. I mean, you got 40, you've been getting 30. I mean, to me, you ain't playing nobody, but you've been balling. You've been balling. I got to give it to you. But they are going to have to be grimy. Mm-hmm. They're going to have to get the 50-50 balls. They got to be loose, loose balls, dive on the floor. All that, just like how they played in 3. Yep. They played in 3 because they wanted it more.
Exactly.
They played hard. That's why they wanted it. It was grimy, and they went and got it. And that's the kind of play they're not a pretty, sexy team. They got to get grimy, just like Boston gets grimy. Mm-hmm. Difference is Boston got 2 elite scorers. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do that. You got to go ahead and battle them and match their intensity, because if Boston does not have intensity, they're going to get hit in the mouth again. Because every time they play that softball and not show up, they get blasted.
Get blown out.
So that's what's got to happen big time on that one.
Absolutely right.
We'll see, because it's going to go down. It's going down.
It's going down. And
this is the best of 3.
Yes.
This is the best of 3, so that's going to be a must right there. So we'll see on that one. Let's get to this one that happened last night.
Jesus. Jeez. Talk about that was Dallas and Warriors.
That was
sit there and said last night. Dallas won 119-109. I guess Dallas said y'all not gonna come to our house and beat us. I guess y'all gotta win it at Oakland. Because this was crazy. I didn't see this coming like that. how it happened and the way that it happened because the role players stepped up for Dallas yesterday.
Right.
Where y'all been the rest of the series? If y'all would have been playing, you know what I'm saying? If you play like this whole series, this could be 2-2.
Right.
But I mean, shoot, we both didn't pick Dallas last night.
They watched the show. I came close, but
they watched the show.
But the crazy thing is that they was blowing them out.
Yes, it was. Yeah,
they better be glad that Warriors did not get in the rhythm in that third quarter.
Yeah. It would have looked like the one game when Dallas had a blown out.
Second?
Yeah,
the second game.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, people relaxing and resting and stuff, but that 30-20.
Yeah, they was coming. They was humming. They said,
I mean, you know, it's so crazy because I was like, man, let me go and turn on MSNBC. This is a wrap. Then I got a little notification. I'm like, what is going on? I said, oh, they gonna make them like it's a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all that is right there is letting you know that Golden State is gonna blow them out in game.
Absolutely.
Game 5.
Yes.
Thank you for participating because they was happy they didn't get swept. They like, you know, even Cuban was dancing and stuff, all happy. Man, come on, man.
Screaming in the stadium.
A rain delay. That's like, you remember, was it Louisville? You remember Louisville game had it like that too? Yeah, man, come on, man. These new stadiums.
Look, then they fixed the one league, and then in the hallway, it's going crazy.
They said, nah, we're going to rewrite. That's the thing about water. Water's coming somewhere. It's coming somewhere. If it coming, it's got to go somewhere. So you can stop it. So if you ain't got it all fixed, it's going to find the next hole. And that's exactly what it did. Big time. But like you said, man, hats off to the role players for them. You know what I'm saying? Doc is doing his thing, 30 points, 14 boards, 9 assists. But the key, Finley had 23.
Exactly.
Bullock had 18.
Exactly.
Keebler had 13.
Yep.
3 blocks, 8 boards. Even Bertans had 5 points, 5 rebounds. That's why.
I think,
and everybody don't have to do that, but some of you guys,
some of them have to. You know what? Watching that game last night, it's almost like Dallas really need a true point guard. And you said it yesterday. Luka got the ball in his hand too much. You got that true point guard to set him up. You know what I'm saying? Set everybody else up.
They got it on the team. They got Brunson and Dinwiddie. They both can play point. You know what I'm saying? Right. They both can do that. That's not a problem. But he's a big guard, point forward, basically. Yeah. And everything goes through him.
Right.
And that's kid going to have to take that away. You know what I'm saying?
Have to. Dude is 23. But you know, he got a lot to learn.
You know what's so crazy? Because they even said it the last time on the show that even kids, when Luka's not in the game, they go at a faster pace.
Exactly.
They go downhill to attack. Yep. Luka taking his time up there, bouncing. Don't get me wrong. He's scoring. He's a bad man. Yeah. But wow.
But you know what's so crazy? Looking at that and how he does that, like you said, if he was more athletic and explosive,
oh Lord,
you know, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation right now if he was more athletic and explosive. But he's not.
But also this. One thing he does, even though he pounds the ball and does what he got to do, right? Mm-hmm. The shot clock is going down. He'll pass it, but the pass is on money. These dudes ain't hitting the shots.
Exactly.
Because that's one thing. He holds on the ball, he pound. But once he passes it, dudes is there wide open. Because he's going downhill too, and all of a sudden he's going up, or he's passing to you, and they ain't hitting shots. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's still a lot of standing. Mm-hmm. But the other dudes, everybody's moving and stuff like that, touch a little bit more, all this kind of stuff like that. Because we don't want to make it sound like Luka is the problem. He's definitely the problem.
No.
But, you know, your role players got to hit these shots. Because when you play with players like Luka, dudes are open.
Exactly.
They're open.
Because they all...
Yeah.
He's going to the right. This guy go get him.
They're trying to stop him.
Right.
That's the whole key, and that ain't happening.
No.
that ain't happening. If you try to tune in for the interview, it'll be coming up shortly. Yep. It'll be coming on in about 11 minutes or so, something like that. So just sit tight, relax. All right, let's hit this, and this is the All NBA team. Yeah, All NBA team, and I'm at the, and that's what I did. But it's on ESPN too.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to get it on here because I know I didn't actually save it. Because the first team is Luka, uh, Giannis, Joker, Booker, and Tatum. Which I don't have a problem with that. I really don't.
First team?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Except, okay, second team, you got Steph Curry, John Morant, DeMar DeRozan. Hats off to you because you started off like an MVP, brother. You was rolling. Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid. Third team, you got Chris Paul, Trae Young, LeBron James, Pascal Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns. Okay. Let's see. This right here, with the first team, I said I didn't have a problem, but Embiid didn't get in there because he split votes with Joker. And really, they said that he could have actually played. They could have did him a forward too. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, he was eligible for them to vote him on with that one. But then you had people that slapped him in one spot. You know what I'm saying? So that they kind of messed that up with that one. All right, so Joker. So I ain't got no problem with that. I got no problem with Luka, of course. Giannis did his thing. Tatum ball. The Booker thing. Because you clearly got no point going on there. Who's point on there? Right. They trying to make Luka the point on there? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I guess they just say guards, forwards, center. No thing like that. And look, and Booker ball.
Booker, yeah, he ball.
But is it better than Curry?
No. And the only reason why, I think only reason why Curry is on the second team because of that injury that he had early in the season.
How about Ja?
Or whatever, but I'm agreeing with that. No, because Ja balled out all year. That was scary with him. I think with this...
He missed 21 games too or something like that.
Right, but I think with this is a favoritism because of Phoenix.
Because that was the number one team, so they had to put one on there.
He had to put one on there.
And I'm going to say this, even going to the third team and looking at the third team, LeBron on the third team, LeBron balled all year.
Hey, he balled this year at the age that he is.
Yeah,
he went crazy.
He could be on first.
Yeah, he could. He could.
I mean, he could be on first. I mean, like, dude, what is going on? Like,
but what you said about the Joker and Embiid,
should be on first.
I don't agree with that because Embiid should be on first.
Yeah,
I will put Joker on second. Don't get it, Joker. You had a good season, but Embiid, even though y'all watch the show, y'all know I hate when he shoot that 3 ball because I want him to be a big man, but he was hitting them and he was balling. That guy balled this year.
To me, it make it positionless. Make the best fight because my thing is this.
Yeah, you got
Embiid and Joker deserve to be on first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if that means kicking Booker off or whoever else off, whatever.
Right.
You know, my thing is this. Tatum had a hell of a year, but a lot of his was towards the end of the season.
Exactly. And with Luka's on there because, like we say all the time, a lot of people don't see Dallas play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't really get to see that, so people might be like, why is Luka on there? Y'all don't get to see Luka play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why he's first team.
I mean, if I had a pool, you know what I'm saying, it'd be Booker.
Yeah, Booker shouldn't be first team.
Sure.
He should not be first team. But the whole thing is, when Chris Paul leave, what is Booker going to do?
And Chris Paul on 13? Why is he even on 13?
Right.
I'm
gonna say this.
Pascal.
People might disagree with me. I don't think Cat should even be on the list.
On that 13.
Cat had a decent year, but
I want to know when.
Cat's not. He ain't a.
I want to know
when
this was turned, when it was submitted.
Right, going out the playoffs.
Yeah, and the
regular season,
end of the season.
Yeah.
Picked it up too. But I mean, yeah, that. And if it's the center thing, then it's a problem with that too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
That's the issue. I
mean,
guess.
There's some headhunters on her, but the order they got it in is kind of crazy. I mean, DeRozan, I would keep DeRozan on second.
I like him on.
I keep DeRozan
and
on second.
LeBron has to be at least second.
Right.
He has to be at least second.
Right.
Come on, man.
I keep DeRozan there because he had a hell of a
come on, let's keep him on. But this is I don't agree with a lot of that. But and that's okay. It is what it is. But I mean, wow. Okay.
Right. Hey.
Yeah, it is what it is on that.
Right.
We'll see. So let's see. Real quick, coach will be joining us shortly. Fired their head coach, Marina Stanley. They are on a horrible start, even though yesterday Emily Inkster got her first double-double in WNBA. So, the heads off to her on that one. But, when your team starts off 2-7.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, so they gave her the boot.
Yeah, it's not good at all.
Not at all. Sorry, on that one. And so last night you got the Wings 85, Suns 77. Mystics beat the Dream 70-50. Sky beat the Fever 95-90.
Mm-hmm.
And 84-78. The Lynx beat Liberty. And as far as the Sky Fever, we had. Let me see real quick. I want to do this. Like I said, Emily had 11-13. Dana had 10 points off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get on in here. Let's see. You ready to bring our guests on?
Yep.
You pull it up real quick. Here we go. Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Hey.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Hey, no problem. Hey guys, we got Coach Ellison, head football coach of Jtown, joining us. It's time to learn about the Chargers, see what's going on with them, and hey, a big season and stuff. What year is this going to be for you, Coach?
This would be my first year coaching, being the head coach of Jtown. This would be my 7th year coaching altogether.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of went through some pictures. Coach doing his thing. Coach doing his thing, big time like that. Yeah, so we want to give everybody the opportunity to know about your program and know about you.
Right.
So let's go on and start like we do the sports journey. So how old was you? What sports did you play when you was young?
I played everything. I played football, basketball, track. My mom even had me out there playing golf. She thought I was going to be a young Tiger Woods, which didn't pan out too well. But I was always a sports head. Always needed to be outside. My mother needed me to be in an organized sport, because if I didn't, Lord knows the trouble I would have been in. For real.
So what little league did you play, man?
I played Little League. I played for the Southern Trojans, and then we was bought out by Highview, and then we finished have you. So I played for Coach T, Coach Jason Spalding, which he's running the Renegades right now. So yeah, so I did. Growing up, I wasn't used to losing. And then when I went to Mayo, we didn't lose a lot neither. So I was one of the blessed kids that didn't have to lose a lot.
See, the mayor, dropped that nugget to me. Brandon Cosby dropped that. He said, "You gonna like him?" I said, "Why you say that, man?" He said, "They got something in common." I said, "What's that?" He said, "Y'all former Bulldogs." I said, "Hell,
Oh
brother
yeah,
H, baby, yeah."
oh yeah, we represent. We everywhere. And the older I get, the more and more I understand the importance of and how lucky I was to go to Mail and the stuff that I learned, and then the connections that I done had. Even I graduated in 2010, so 12 years ago, and there's not a day, every other day that I don't run into a Bulldog.
Right.
So
Well, we ain't gonna see. That's the thing about it, Coach. We have a show that's called Legacy, and I almost made this into the Legacy because we cover mail because I went there and the PRP. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna be selfish.
PRP, man,
Don't do me like that, Coach.
wow.
Don't do it, Coach.
So I didn't want to be selfish, and I was like, no, this is gonna be Chargers and all this kind of stuff. But no. So did you play for Wolf? Who did you play for, Wolf?
No, I was the last class of Coach Redmond.
Coach Red.
Yeah. So the legendary Red. So, I kind of wish I was a year younger because the year after me, they went to the state title game. So we was never lucky to get that far. But we was Red's last year before he went on and retired.
You know what? And that's another common thing. So my year, I'm way older. I'm 92. So I was the first class to come from the new mail.
Right.
After my senior year, Coach Red came, and then that's when all the stuff started popping. So I feel you, Coach.
Right. Hey, I mean, we was lucky. We was a game away from making it to state. We ended up losing to Simon Kitten in a game that was, I think it was like -5 degrees that game, and they had a boy named Mal Simpson. He was a 6'4", 6'5" Mack truck that just decided not to go down whenever we was hitting. So, but I definitely feel like I'm lucky and blessed to be able to learn from a lot of the coaches that was there. Like, not only was Coach Red there, but Coach Jelly was there too. You know who Coach Jelly is? Man, Jelly is a character. Jelly was he's the only man that I know that whenever I was in high school, Jelly was like 50, in his late 50s, still throwing 350 on there like it's nothing. We barely put 250 on there. He's doing 350 like it's nothing. Right. So, we at Mail, we was definitely lucky and blessed to be able to have some great, not just great coaches, but great men to lead us.
Right. That's true. That is true. Let me ask you this. Sorry, we gonna get off of this, but I got a couple of the more. So, who were some of the ballers you played with besides yourself at Mail?
I played with Justin Green. Justin Green was the darn dot of anybody. My freshman year, we played with Doug Beaumont. Doug Beaumont ended up winning Mr. Kentucky. Dexter Heyman, which he ended up playing at U of L. He was there. Who else we had? I mean, the guys after me, we had a stud running back, John Giddens. He was really good whenever we was there.
Dead. I know it's dead. Ooh.
Yeah, so we had there was a lot. There's not many schools that each year they constantly putting people in college, and that was even whenever I was there. So
good hands and stuff. So while you was at Mayo, did you play any other sport besides football?
I threw in track, which we won state all 4 years I was there.
Was
I actually think whenever we I think we ran off 6 in a row. I think my freshman year until my freshman sophomore year in college. I think they won. If I'm not mistaken, they ran off 6 in a row.
Was Miller the coach? Who was the coach?
Jelly, Miss Beaumont was the coach, and I can't think of his name. He's the principal at Ballard now. His name slipped in my mind.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? We had the current coach on here about a couple of weeks ago, Coach Smith and everything, and when we first started doing that Lakers show, we said, we started doing the championships, and I did not realize, how many championships the track and field has, and it's ridiculous.
No, it's serious. And people don't realize how important track is, not just to like football, but any sport. Like if you want to show you a true athlete, get out in these blocks and take off. People are if you think you really strong, throw this disc. That'll really humble you. You think that you're super strong, and then you got to line up and throw a disc and not scratch. Man, that'll humble you.
Right. You right. So, what position did you play in high school?
I played outside linebacker / D end.
Okay. And see, it takes you to know Red's defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To have athletes out there. Let's go. Pass right. Go. He didn't care about all that side stuff, but if you could run and do that, bang, he didn't care, man.
Yeah, that's why that defense was so potent, because we had the quickest guys. You may line up, and we had a guy that when I played, Tony Roach. Tony was maybe 170, 180 pounds, but Tony also probably ran a 4.5, 4.6, 4.7. He's taking off. So everybody was fast, everybody's quick. Even our biggest guys, we had massive guys that never even touched the field, because if you wasn't slanting, if you wasn't getting in that gap, and if you wasn't causing havoc, you just was no use for Coach Red. At least on his defense. Offense, we need big guys, but I didn't play offense. I played straight defense. So if you wasn't causing havoc, if you wasn't fast, if you wasn't ripping through,
right,
man, we had to have the best DBs in Coach Red's defense, even going all the way back whenever he was at Wagner and at Ballard, because they played just straight cover zero.
Right.
Straight cover zero. You there's no hiding. There's no hiding at all. So that was and I think that, being in Coach Red's defense definitely helped me transition into what I do defensively, because I already know, if you leave them boys out on the island, you got to have a dog, because if not, they're gonna get ate up. And that's what Coach Red, that's what Coach Red always said. Either you're gonna be a dog, or someone's gonna be a dog on you.
Right.
So which we're gonna be.
And I'm gonna tell you where you learn so much from him and things like that. Because I remember his first year at Mail, and Mail had about 100 people and stuff. And I knew majority of all the people. You know what I'm saying? I would come back. I just went to University of Louisville, so I come back and see the program and stuff. And them boys was crying because the seniors wasn't playing. He's like, I need you. So he was playing 20 people, and it's 100 people. He's like, I don't need all them. That ain't about all that, Right.
And that's the thing that I tell people. Like at Mayo, we had 100 kids dressed, 110 kids dressed, but of those 110 kids, only 20 people dressed. And you know what? A funny story that people don't. Maybe it was because it was just our class. And our class was a little bit more rowdy. But I remember game days, if you didn't start, and I may be off by 15, 20 minutes, whatever. But I remember if you didn't start for Coach Red and it was a home game, he made you show up at 6 o'clock. And you had 10 minutes to get dressed. He played no games. If you started, he brought you in early. You got to watch film, run over your responsibilities. But if you didn't start, which was 90% of our team, he did not want to see you. You had 10 minutes to get dressed, and I dare you be late. You're gonna be on the sideline handing out high fives and water bottles. So
Hey,
you know,
ready to play, man. I had to pull him aside. I said, "Dang, coach, I mean, you know, and I'm trying to defend it." He said, "Really, but I would play you. You would start." And I said, "Well, okay, do what you do, coach. I ain't got nothing to do with that."
and that's the thing. Redmond was he'll love on you. He loved on everybody, but he point blank to the point. He's not gonna sugarcoat nothing. If you can't handle it, you can't handle it. If you can't handle it, there's another 99 kids that can.
Right. So, all right, we're ready to just jump into this because we done stole the show with male stuff. So, so let's get on and get it. What kind of offense and defense are you going to run with Jtown?
Honestly, our offense defense is going to be predicated on what we got. I mean, the defense is going to be flexible. It's going to be multiple. I purposely didn't go back and watch a lot of film from Jtown last year because I'm coming in on a clean slate, so I want our kids to come on a clean slate. I didn't want to watch too much and then just already have a preconception of what a kid can and can't do. So, but I mean, our defense is going to be super simplified. If kids, so it'll evolve to what the kids allow it to evolve. You know, I'm one of these coaches. If we can't get past step one, then we're not gonna go past step one.
Right.
If we can't figure out what cover three is, if we can't figure out our strong safety got deep third, our corners got deep third, and our safeties got flats, then we can't go on past that.
Right.
Offensively, same thing. We're gonna play to what we got. I feel like we got a weight room wise. What I've seen, we got some athletic kids, so hopefully we can spread the ball around. Hopefully we can give guys touches in space and allow them to do what they do. I definitely have a game plan of what I want to run, but everybody got a plan, but that plan may not always work out.
Right. So really, we're talking about, and I agree with you, clean slate stuff like that. So we're talking about when you guys really start beginning to play, get together, and do stuff. That's when you're really gonna know what you're gonna do, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. There's no. I can draw a bunch of X's and O's up on a board. I can install triple option. I can install the inside zone. I can install the spread. I can install a bunch of stuff. But if I don't got the guys that it fits,
right,
then it's just I'm just beating my head against the wall, and I don't want to waste these young men's time by having a preconception of what they can do. Then we get out there, then it don't work. Now we got to start all the way back over compared to using June and the early parts of July to really dive in and see what we can do and see what they can take. Like I have a very expansive playbook like every other coach, but the places I've also coached that have taught me that sometimes the less the better. The simpler it is, the easier it can be. Like if I have kids out there thinking, then I didn't do my job as a coach.
Right. That is true. So let's back up a little bit. How'd you get in coaching?
I got in coaching. I got my degree from WKU in sports management. So I graduated, and when I graduated, I came back to the city, and I was like, I got to do something. Like I'm starting grad school, but I got to do something. And I'm getting my degree in sports, so I'm getting my master's degree in sports, so I need to evolve and do something that's related to sports. I'm actually envious that you guys are doing stuff like this because when I graduated, I wanted to do something like this, but 2014, you couldn't even tell me what a pod show is. So you can't. So I mean, what a podcast is. So I came back to the city. I started thinking of different things that I could do, and I landed on coaching. I knew I love coaching. I knew I had a great relationship with my past coaches, especially my youth league coaches. So I wanted to teach. I wanted to do little league, but then I started subbing. And then once I started subbing, I was like, man, I might if I'm staying at this if I'm here every day, I might as well just coach high school kids. And then luckily, I was able to start coaching under Coach Walker over at Atherton. And then ever since then, I've been coaching. And then evolving from me coaching is allowed me to go on and get my teaching certifications and all these other degrees that open the doors that I never thought I'd be a teacher. I never even thought that I'll even have more than one master's degree. But once I started coaching, it just made more sense to keep going.
I kept seeing all the credentials. I'm like, so come Dr. Ellison. So say,
Oh, not yet, but I will. I am actually starting my PhD. Hopefully, after spring. There's no way I could have started my first year a new program. It wouldn't be fair to myself, or it wouldn't be fair to the kids. But Dr. Ellison will be coming. So I'm definitely.
yes, sir. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah.
So, how's the turnout as far as the kiddos for Jtown and everything, the team and everything like that? The guys coming in, are they receptive?
There is definitely better than I thought. I went to maybe I went to the Jtown Seneca game last year, and they didn't have many kids on the sideline. So when I took the job, it was COVID because I got hired during Christmas break. We didn't go to school basically the whole month of January. So when I started out, it was slow. We had like 4 or 5 kids, but we just ended last week. Had a few little small spring practices. Had weights that we ended up having. I think the most kids we had was like 22, and that's not even having all the kids that's in the building coming out. So it's way more. It's way more than I thought. We've added. I know at least 7 to 8 kids that didn't play last year for whatever reason. I was able to take a personal day and come in and just really vibe out with the kids, show who I am. Brought a few of my coaches in, showed who I am, showed them my vision. I always tell you, if you get a kid in front of me, I can sell them anything because I'm not going to sell them nothing that's not real. I'm not going to tell them that we're going to win a state title because I don't know that. I don't know if we're going to get a first down, but I do know that if you come here, I can put things in you that you're going to need for the rest of your life, and I can guide you to getting an education, and I can ensure that me and my coaching staff is going to do everything that we can to not only make you a better football player, but a better young man.
Right, and that's needed. That's big time needed. What other spots were you at? What other schools were you at?
I coach a plethora of positions because, like I said, I was sports fanatic. So I'm super different. I coached at. I was the head coach of Iroquois for football and basketball for 1 year.
Excuse me?
Definitely. Huh?
Wait, you said you was a football and basketball coach?
Yeah, I was the girls basketball coach for 1 year. And then the following year, I was the head football coach. Like that's one thing that I would definitely say that I regret doing because everything that you do in life sets you up for what you're going to do next. But man, when I was the girls coach at Iroquois, but 10 years before me, they only had won I think like 17 games, and then I came in. My only first year there, we won 18 games. So more games in one season than they did the previous 10.
Wow.
And all that wasn't me. Like the coach before me was Coach Britt over at Western, and I give him the biggest salute, teaching me how to be a coach because I don't think if I didn't see Britt really come in there and grind and how he was able to build a relationship with those young ladies, I don't think I could have done it. So I definitely give Britt the utmost respect and love because he taught me a lot, not just basketball wise, but how to really make a bond
So you talking about Coach Britt, who's there now with the boys? Was the girl?
It's at Western. Yeah, he was the girls. He was the girls coach at Iroquois with me. He was the head coach. I was the assistant coach, and that really just came about because we both taught there. And they walked down the hallway and they saw Britt. And if you know who Britt's like 6'5". And they was like, you look like you can coach basketball. And Britt was like, hey, I know a little something. Now you see what he's done at Western. He's got Western rolling like no other. But yeah, I was girls coach at Iroquois for a year. Then I went on to be the football coach at Iroquois for a year. I coached 5 years at Atherton under Walker. I was a track coach at Atherton. I coached tennis at Atherton. You talking about like in a culture shock. I didn't even know how to. I shouldn't be saying this, but I ain't know nothing about tennis. I did, but hey, they needed somebody to coach.
Right.
Up for it. We definitely had some success. I learned more than the kids learned. They taught me everything. The only thing I knew about tennis was Serena Williams and Venus Williams. Hey, we finished the season. Hey, it's the only thing that matters.
Right.
But yeah, so I coached there. I coached football at Doss, also PRP. So I didn't coach a lot. I didn't coach to some different places, and I've learned a lot.
Was you at Dawson when Doc Butler was there?
I know Doc, but I coached at Doss last year. This last season. Doc had already went on. I think he's at Newburgh.
Right.
I think. So yeah, but I know Doc. Yeah, good dude, solid dude.
Yeah.
He's another Mel alumni, right?
He was on my team. Yeah, he was on my team.
Yeah. Hey, full circle.
Big time. So let me ask you this: as a new coach, how a lot of these schools out here, they neighborhood schools and different stuff like that. How do you embrace the neighborhood, the community, and the alumni? I mean, granted, what I'm saying, it's the first year and stuff like that. How are you going about doing that?
The very first thing I did whenever I first got hired is I just got on Facebook and I wrote in the alumni page and introduced myself. If they don't know you, they can't. If they don't know you, they can't help you. And that's one of the biggest things that I've learned over time. And a lot of it comes from being a male. Like, you introduce yourself, you say where you're from, and then that's how a dialect happens. I'm a big community guy because Jtown is one of the best communities in the city. Like it is very diverse. It has its wealthiest parts and it has its just regular people that I can really relate to. But I've hit up churches. I done did walks. One thing that we're gonna implement whenever I'm there is every year we're going to do a community service project. So we're going to get in the communities. We're going to go clean up a park. We're going to go clean up a highway. We're going to do something to show these kids, not just that we care about the community as me as a coach and the coaching staff and me as a grown man. Is these kids are going to learn how to respect and love not only the school they're at, but the community that serves them.
Right. That's good stuff right there. Because that's because I know when you go to different communities and stuff like that, you got some alumni, who's this cat, who's this stuff like that. So I know, just to bridge that, what I'm saying, this is me, so that's definitely important and things like that. So
and it got to be, I don't mean to cut you off, but it also has to be important. Like it got to be important. Like I was taught that for the rest of your life, you only can graduate from one high school.
Right.
So why not embrace that high school? Like you got to have pride in it. And the more pride you have, the more you want to give back to it. And Jtown got a very proud alumni. Right. Very, very proud. Very, very, very proud. So it'd be foolish for me not to want to tap in and really just gain knowledge. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm young. And I didn't go to Jtown, so I don't know all the parts of Jtown, but I'm smart enough to know that I can ask somebody and someone can direct me to any answer that I need and want.
Right. So with that community, one of the things you need is support. So how's the support with your athletic, the director, and everything else with the school?
So far it's been good. I don't teach at Jtown yet. I'm at another school, so the amount of help and the amount of I would say direction I've got is not as good as it'd be whenever I'm in the building. But I think me and my AD, shout out to Scott Cecil, Cecil, we've got a good relationship. There's never a time I've called him or text him that he didn't respond back, and that's the only thing you can ask for. He may not give me the he may not be able to give me an answer right then and there, but he always gives me the an answer that I've needed or wanted.
Right.
Like I said, I've went into the building. I've met a lot of teachers, um, and just introduced myself. And that's one of the big things with me being a teacher is when I'm with a teacher, I understand what a teacher needs. Like I understand if a kid's a problem in the classroom, like you don't want that because I don't want that in my classroom.
Right.
I understand having an open dialogue is super important with teachers because as a teacher, that's what I need. I expect to have open dialogue with my assistant principal and my principal. So as a coach, I should want to have that enabled to my teachers also.
Right. And the thing about it is we ask the question, we talk about academics, how important academics. We know it's important things like that. But you got
Right.
education background, different stuff like that. So, how do you reach the youth and let them know, hey, this is number one. Football ain't number. The education is number one. So, how do you go about doing that?
Really just showing myself. Like one of the reasons why I care so much about kids is because whenever I was in elementary school, I tell people this all the time. I allowed my fourth grade teacher, Miss, I guess I shouldn't say her name. I don't know. She probably went whatever. Miss Roberts, my fourth grade teacher. I struggled in the fourth grade. I didn't read on grade level, and she told me flat out, she was like, you don't, young brown and black boys, if you guys don't read on grade level, by the time you're in this grade, you're more likely to go to jail. So whenever I was in, so that really like staggered me all the way through high school. I was like, man, like if I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Like I don't see myself being successful. And even though my mom and people around me was telling me, it always stuck out to me. Like, man, I don't think I think I'm a struggle. I graduated high school with a legit, I think a 1.8, 1.9. And it wasn't because I didn't have a mama that wasn't on my tail. It's just I just didn't have faith. No one ever really was able to pour into me and change the perception that I had because of something that happened 5-10 years prior.
Right.
Then I got to college, fell in love with education. I was able to be myself. I was able to read my own books. Like that's one. I'm a big advocate of if your kid struggles, just like as a not even as a football coach, just as an education background. If your kid is struggling and your kid doesn't like reading, it's probably because you're not giving them access to the books that they're interested in. I never had that. Like I mean, my mom didn't know. My mom just knew. Like they told me to read To Kill a Mockingbird. Well, that's what I'm reading. I'm not reading. I'm not reading anything else. So really, going back to me as a coach, pouring into the kids, just showing them like I was in your position. I hated high school. Absolutely hated it. I loved going to high school, but I hated the book part. But now going to college, I was able to really expand my mind, expand who I am, and that's led me to have all these different degrees. And you got to tell people, you got to break it down to kids in general. Like without an education, it's really hard to succeed. Like I'm a very point blank person. Like I learned from Coach Red. I can't tell you if you are a lazy student that you're going to end up being a super successful young man or young woman. It's just I just can't do it. I'm not telling you got to be a straight A student, but I'm telling you got to learn the different mechanisms to make it to get by. And then some of the stuff, like me, as y'all know, as grown men, like there is no need in my life to know what the solar system is. There's like I've never ever learned. I've never ever thought about I need to learn this system or that system, but I had to learn it to get by. And that's a great thing to learn whenever you're in school. You got to do what you need to do to survive, because whenever you become an adult, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, you right. You right. Real quick, we got some people making comments. We got Giddens talking about male alumni making things happen. You got James Bumpers, who I played with. He said he knew you since you was a little grasshopper. Bumps,
Oh,
yeah, Bumps, my brother, man. He be on the show that we do on Friday nights. Yeah. He be on this show sometimes too. So yeah, James Bumpers,
okay.
That's my dude. That's my guy. Of course, Brandon Cos. That's my guy too. Our guy. So yeah, man. Let me ask you, I want to give you. We were talking and we were rocking and rolling. We want to give you an opportunity to actually, basically speak to the Chargers. The alumni, the student base, whatever. What message do you have for them?
To get ready, we rolling. We gonna be rolling. We gonna have the audacity to have hope that we gonna change stuff. We're not gonna play second fiddle to nobody. We're not going to be okay with playing second fiddle to anybody. We're gonna make things happen and change. Whatever change it looks like, that's what we're gonna do. But the change that we're gonna instill is gonna make waves, not only in the school building, but out in the community and for years on out. Like I'm definitely not a coach that just focuses on wins and losses on Friday nights. I count wins and losses for the rest of your life. So the message and the things that I will put into my students, and along with especially my football players, is being great at everything that you do, and being great is going to take you. It's going to take you way, way, way farther than football ever take.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, everybody who's watching this channel, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff like that. Um, Hit them with the last one.
All right, Coach. It's the time to give thanks to everybody who's been in your corner. Been there for you since day one. Give thanks. The floor is yours.
Man, I don't know if we got enough time to thank all the people that done saved me. Man, y'all just don't know. I came from Newburgh, so there's a lot of people, but there's definitely the number one person is clearly the Lord that's definitely done put this in my heart to be a coach. My mom, my sister, my lovely wife. That any coach knows the best person they have in their corner is their wife. Because without my wife, I don't think coming home from some of these losses talks you off the ledge, essentially. But definitely shout out to all my players that allowed me to pour into them, and they pour into me and help me be a better man, and allow me to help them be a better young man and young women. And I think that's it. I think it covers everybody. Shout out to my little league coaches too, especially Coach Spalding, Coach T, because without them, I probably wouldn't be coaching.
I'm gonna get Jason on here.
Definitely. From afar, I definitely see all the work he put in. Because me and his son, me and Deuce are the same exact age. So I didn't see it whenever I was a little kid, all the way up to what he's doing now.
Right. I tell you what, definitely, like I said, Jason and I, we go back. Congratulations, because I think we just had a year anniversary. Did you?
Me and my wife?
Yes.
Yeah. It just April 27th.
Congratulations on that. Yeah, big time. Also, before we have fun on the show and stuff like that.
Right.
And of course, I went through a lot of stuff to try to get some pictures and stuff. You're a Titans fan, right?
Oh yeah, tighten up. Hey, tighten up. Hey, hold on. I got a. Hey, I got a. We tightened up. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
So, Dre, who be on the show, he's also tightened up fan and stuff. So let me ask you this: how do you feel about Willis and Tannehill, man? I mean, we know that Tannehill's his job and stuff like that. Are you fine with that? I mean, especially you were coaching things like, ain't no wrong competition and stuff like that. But are you okay with that draft pick and stuff?
I think the biggest misconception and that I didn't understand is we picked him in the third round. So if this was any other team, and if Tannehill wasn't so terrible in the playoffs, I don't think anybody would care. Because prime example, I'm a WKU guy. The Patriots picked Bailey, I think, in the third or fourth round.
Right.
But no one's talking about that. No one's thinking he's going to take Mac Jones' spot. But it's just Tannehill is being habitually trash in the playoffs, and that's why that's why people think like it. Hey, I say this: we go as far as Derrick Henry goes. As long as Derrick Henry is healthy, then we go. Our defense got better. I don't like that we traded AJ Brown. I cried myself to sleep. We talking about type. We need to consider how much pressure's on his first round receiver that we got. Like, imagine like AJ Brown is a stud, like a generational receiver. Like the last 1,000-yard receiver I think we done had was Derek Mason, and I think I was in elementary school.
Mason.
So it just we don't got them guys, so we can't just be giving them away. But as long as I don't care who the quarterback, I don't care if Betty White arose from the dead and quarterback. I don't care. As long before I die, I want a Super Bowl. Everybody I know got a Super Bowl ring outside of the Titans. Yeah, unfortunately, no one cares about like the Detroit Lions and some of these other teams. I'm talking about like the teams that really matter.
Right.
We the only ones that haven't got no title, and that makes me sick.
Right. Hey. I knew you was gonna give me something, so that's why I was like, let me go ahead and ask him. You know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff like that. And we know that Tannehill's like, I'm not teaching nobody. I'm not mentoring nobody.
Yeah, which is crazy to me that he would say that, and of course he backed it down. But I mean, once you say it, it's already out there. Which to me as a competitor, you should want it to make you better. But I don't know if I was an NFL quarterback making millions of dollars if I wanted to feel unsafe. I would like to come in every week not looking over my shoulder, which I think he will. I'm telling you. You can look live in my Twitter feed. The first interception Tannehill throws, I'm going to be standing on the table saying, "Get him out." I'm telling you, what's going to be?
Oh my goodness! Let me ask you this, Coach, before we get you out of here. First of all, we gotta have to come and check your games out. You know what I'm saying? Check one of your games out and all that kind of like that.
Definitely.
So. I don't know, and I'm just asking this: who's Jtown's rival?
That's what I asked because us being from Mayo,
right? We know
our main was at other school, right? Where it's red and black.
Yeah, we don't say.
So whenever I got to Jtown, they said the history tells us that Fern Creek is the rival. So that's what people tell me. So that's why I'm going to go by. I'm a new Charger, so whatever they say goes. But from the outside looking in, I would say football-wise, for the last 10 or 15 years, it would be Seneca, because Seneca's traveled everywhere that we've went. Whenever they was in 6A and they was in the district with Ballard, Trinity, and Eastern, Seneca was with them, and then now we were in 5A. Seneca is still with us, so that's why it can't be to me. It can't be a rivalry if you don't play every year, and it can't be a rivalry if you're always winning or you always losing. That's why I'm always confused about the male. Never mind, we ain't gonna talk about it. Never mind.
Why'd you say the name? I mean, because since you went there, I I was undefeated. I never lost to Manual. Anytime I was on the field, I never lost to them. And hey, don't get me wrong. Once in a blue moon, they have a good player or two, and they can, do something. But
hey, a dead clock is right twice a day too. So
what'd you say?
A dead clock is right 2 times a day too.
Yeah. So I see. Mark don't understand that. I mean, PLP got their rivalry and stuff like that, but they something about that Billy Goat.
Right.
Y'all can't stand them.
Heck no.
Hey, it's inbred in us. It's definitely a mutual respect, but come on.
Oh yeah. It's mutual respect, big time.
Come on now.
And all that. But now, Coach, hey, thank you for joining us.
Appreciate
big time.
it, Coach.
We definitely got to get you back on here, and we definitely got to check you out for sure.
Hey, definitely. Y'all welcome anytime over at Jtown. Definitely keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all channels dope. I wish we had something like this whenever we was growing up.
Right. I appreciate you. Hey, definitely gonna definitely reach out to you and get some of your players on the show too, man. Interview them, get them a chance to get used to talking, communication, and things like that. So definitely gonna be touching base with you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, God bless.
God bless you too.
Sure.
Another banger.
Another one.
Oh, man, you know what happens when you get the Bulldogs together.
I swear.
Lord. But no, man. Hey, thank you, because hooking all that kind of stuff up. Tomorrow we got gaming. We have next week. I'm gonna talk to you about getting somebody. I got somebody in mind, but we do have 2 coaches. Yeah. We got a high school coach. We got a college coach. So we're working on a player. Yes, sir. That's what we do. Y'all know what we do. Hey, hit that subscribe button. Thank you, guys.
Like button.
Hey, everything. God bless everybody. You know how we do it. I'm going to tell you what. In honor of, you got that? In honor of Coach, we're going to go out on this note.
Wednesday night, tuned in to this legacy. Mark and Will locked in on this legacy. Mel and PIP's in on this legacy. Let's go. What you know about this legacy? Wednesday night, tuned in to this legacy. Mark and Will locked in on this legacy. Get your popcorn, I know you need this medicine. Let's go.